right now. How are we coming through over there?
How you guys doing out there?
We are doing wonderful. Just to share with the rest of the audience, we're in Rockledge at the 4th Annual Art and Craft Show and Hot Rod Classic taking place today throughout the city of Rockledge on this beautiful boulevard. It's a gorgeous day. So that's where we're at. We're doing a live remote. We've got our engineer John here. Glenn and I are just kind of enjoying the sun. We got a nice breeze. What's things like over in Pakistan?
You know, the air is dirty. The sand here is it's like it's almost worse than Afghanistan. The sand is like talcum powder. It just sticks to your body. It's a really dirty country. It's really a third world country. I've been to a few other countries, and I've never experienced what I've experienced here in Pakistan with the people. I mean, we're the only Americans here as of right now without any U.S. military support that we are waiting for. So we are the only Americans they see right now within the areas. And
well, Rockwell, tell our audience a little bit about your background, because your prior active duty, where are some of the places you served while you were on active duty, and what branch were you in?
All right, my branch was the 75th Ranger. I was a field medic, 68W. I went ahead to, a year later, I went ahead to Fort Bragg Ranger School to work my way back up to a 18D. And I started my missions from that point on. My first actual mission, not deployment. My first mission was actually in Mogadishu in 1993. It was October 4th. I dropped in with guys from Delta Corps and the 160th SOAR, Night Stalkers. That's when we had the, I don't know if you guys remember the Black Hawk Down.
Oh yeah. Yeah, for sure.
That was my first mission. It was blasted 10 hours, but it felt like days. After that, I was deployed to, I was back to Operation Desert Storm, and nothing really happened out there, Operation Desert Storm. But I've been on other side missions, 30 or 40 other missions on the side of those.
Well, Rockwell, from the bottom of my heart, I thank you for your service to our country. We'll get to what you're doing now, but Glenn is retired military. I'm past Air Force. We know some of the sacrifice, but it sounds like you've been in the mix more times than you care to remember. Okay, so we've probably got a little connection problem here with the Skype, but okay. All right, so you're on duty right now. I just wanted to thank you for your service. Now, tell us a little bit. You mentioned the locale, the situation there in Pakistan. As Glenn mentioned, coming back, several things have happened there. We went in and got Osama bin Laden.
And that was not very far from one of the Pakistan military academies, as I recall, which then led to a lot of concern on the part of Congress and other people as to any culpability of the people in Pakistan knowing that Osama bin Laden had been there all those years. And of course that's kind of died out in the news lately. Is that still a topic of concern that you people hear with the Pakistani civilians over there, Rockwell?
That took place. My experience with it is it's more of a fuel of hatred that they have towards us after what happened with the SEAL unit. I'm actually in the red zone. I live in the red zone. There's no green zone. I'm right here by the border. And
tell our audience what you mean by that. I think we get a sense the green zone's a safety zone. So what's a red zone?
A red zone is a heavy combat zone, meaning that we have set up perimeters throughout the day and night. It's 24 hours system. We have to make sure no IEDs, no car bombers come through the gates. It's a lot of the traffic, and you don't know who's a friend or foe because everyone looks the same, and you can't stereotype the people. And you just gotta pray for the best and just prepare yourself for the worst.
And I'm just curious now, you mentioned we have a small contingent of private contractors like yourself. Do most private contractors that are involved in these type of missions have prior military experience?
Yes, sir, they do. Majority of the unit I'm at, they have special force. They come from special force backgrounds.
Well, that's good, I guess, based on where you're at in the red zone, an active combat zone, as you explained for the folks that are listening to us. And another thing that, as we were talking here, that concerns me is, to the best of my knowledge, Pakistan is one of the countries that has some nuclear weapons, and that just worries the heck out of me. I know we're worrying about is Iran got the capability to build a nuclear weapon, and Pakistan already has those. Is there any discussion of that amongst your people there, or do you hear any discussion amongst the natives about that?
I not about that particularly. However, I have been hearing lately a lot of discussion as far as Iran. We do have contractors at that facility, and United States, if the ones that don't know, we own part of that area that we're actually protecting. So I don't know how it's going to come out. They had threats on the air that they're planning on attacks within a month or two. It could be today. Who knows when it's going to be? But I don't think it's going to get very far.
Well, folks, you are listening to American Warrior Radio on WMEL. We're interviewing Rockwell. Now, that's not his real name for his own protection, but he's coming to us live from Pakistan, kind of describing the scene over there. So it's a real stink hole, and you guys are doing the best you can to keep things on an even keel. Is that kind of what your mission is?
Yes, that's exactly what it is. Since I've been here in for 6 months now, I've only came in contact with events on the rolling ambushes right here in Pakistan. Um, once after the first the rolling ambush, I realized, yeah, I'm back in the combat zone. So I'm glad it happened early in the game. So I was able to keep it tight and to keep the guys alive, keep them motivated to just keep pushing forward.
Well, yeah, for sure. Well, Rockwell, we, number one, appreciate your service to our country and what you're doing now. I pray that you stay safe and all your brothers. I don't know if there's any women engaged in your activities. Is it all men by chance?
Yes, sir. It's all men.
Okay, so that's probably a good thing. That's probably the way things should be in a red zone.
Benefits.
Yeah, well, I wouldn't want to. Yeah, I wouldn't want to see anything happen, especially capturing a female in the red zone. That's not even capturing one of us. But I'd rather have one of us get captured over a female. But yeah, we do have females though that work in Cabal, and they actually work satellite. So basically, we are equipped with panic alarms within our vehicles that will get us support if needed. So I mean that's a nice handy tool that I have used in the past that has saved my life. So that's kind of nice.
Yeah, that's very nice. It's saved your life in the past. So I just wanted to throw in my 2 cents and thank you for your service to our country as an active duty and your continuing service to our country now as a contractor over there doing some very important work. And from my perspective, folks, all of this combined, the contractors and the active duty, they're all doing the same thing, and that's continuing to protect our freedom and make sure America stays free.
And folks, we have to go to another live remote at Paradise Health, but Rockwell, thank you so much for joining us on American Warrior Radio, and hopefully we'll get a chance to speak to you again soon down the road, but if not, we'll see you when you get back stateside. Thanks again for joining us.
Hey, thank you guys. Have a great
Be
day
safe.
and Super Bowl Sunday.
All right, be
Ooh-ah.
safe, brother. Thank you so much. Talk to you soon.
Bye, guys.
Okay, folks, like I said, that's a live interview coming to you from Pakistan. We're going to go back to a live remote now from Paradise Health. So if Vince has got it keyed up back in the studio,